everyone. Thank you all for being here. Go ahead and start with our roll call. Chairwoman Kimberly James, present. Avery Wilson.
Here.
Elliot Lawrence.
Here.
Melanie Carter. Here. Deborah Patrick. Here. All right, thank you very much. The first item on the agenda is to approve the agenda as stated. I think we have everything we need, right? I think that's recording. Yeah. Oh,
All right, perfect. So I will entertain a motion to approve the agenda.
So move.
All right, that was Mr. Wilson, second by Mr. Lawrence. Any other questions or comments? All in favor, say aye. Aye. That was unanimous. All right, the first item on, yes, I'm sorry.
Can we add an adjustment to the agenda? Can
Oh.
we move the financial, I'm so sorry, can we leave the financial report to after the approval of minutes?
Okay, that's fine. So we don't have to readjust the minutes because it's on the agenda already. All right, perfect. So, if you all will entertain a motion to accept the minutes, the July 10th, minutes. Pretty straightforward.
I move that we accept the July.
Okay, that was Dr. Patrick. Second by Mr. Lawrence. Any other questions, comments? All in favor, say aye. Aye. All right, we have our financial reports.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
This is the July 2025 financial report for the URA. I always start out with my cover sheet for the operating cash, operating revenue, and the operating expenses. For the operating cash, one of the accounts ending in 4594. You're starting off the fiscal year with beginning balance of 3,607,438, and you have an ending balance with 5,242,535. You got a huge deposit. That's because we've moved some money from Splash 2021 account because you have a debt service that's coming up in September. So we went on, just did an early removal of that money to that, so we can take care of that. That normally happens twice a year. The next one ending in 3047. The beginning balance for this fiscal year is $718,079. Ending balance is $719,383. The next one ending in 4610 is $2,810,725. Ending balance is $2,788,839. Operating revenue, we've already gotten some. This is some of the interest coming in as the investment income. Year to date is 175,936. With the operating in revenue and operating expenses, not too much is going on. We just started the fiscal year, so this is basically just to show you that we have your budget in and it's ready to go. There has been some expenses, but they haven't hit yet because we are in the midst of closing July 31st during month end. So you'll definitely see once we get that rolling, you'll see a big change when it comes to your expenses coming in. I've also included some of the graphs behind, which I normally do. Moving to the first statement. This is the first statement ending in 4594. You'll see some of the checks that have gone through, as well as I said, the deposit that I mentioned before. for the debt service. With this, I've also included all of the checks, for all of the checks that's showing on the statement. I've included them behind it. You can take a look at that. And I also included a department payment report that shows the checks that were paid from this account for the month of might have been also this, some of this might have transferred over to June, but this is for the month of July. Should be 3 sheets with that. Coming up on the next statement. This is statement ending 3047. And then the statement, drops. And then the next statement after that or that's your third statement for the URA. You can take a look at that. Not too much activity. Also have included the Georgia Fund 1. This is this Georgia Fund 1 is the one with 17,524,485, which is beginning balance. You had earnings of 64,877.21, which gave you a new balance of 17,589,362.96. The next Georgia Fund 1, the beginning balance was $29,999,070. You had earnings of $111,059, which give you a new balance of $30,110,129. So that's pretty good. It's doing pretty good. Still holding with the interest rate of 4.35. And the last part of the financial, I included the expense from the Encode where I normally get all the numbers from. This will show you basically the revenue and expenses coming from our Encode system. And that is the report for the financial for the URA 2025.
Okay, just give us a couple of minutes just to
Okay, no problem.
make sure we don't have any questions.
Anything different you want to start seeing, just let me know. I can change up something. Also want to just make y'all aware that we are with all of your bank accounts, we're gonna put some extra protections because we've started to see some fraud that's coming through on all of accounts. City has about 23 bank accounts, so we are starting to see a lot of fraud. So we're gonna put like a ACH fraud protection on the account. It's gonna help. We've caught quite a few checks that have tried to go through. Truist has been really good about switching, making sure that we are aware of anything that's fraudulent going on. But I wanted to make y'all aware that that's part of what we're doing. And finance is making sure, like every morning, we check the account, make sure anything fraudulent. Our rep is in contact with us, and we are making sure that we bounce those out because we're starting to see as we get into this ACH where we get away from checks. Now people are starting to get crafty about infiltrating the ACH process, but we've implemented the ACH fraud protection through Truist.
Is that a service that's already offered, or is it a paid service, or?
It's a slight cost. I don't know the cost yet. it's not gonna be on all of them. I think it's on just maybe one of them. And then I think that was the problem with like before, but it's not a huge cost. If it is, then um, I'll let you know because we are in discussion about trying to drop some of those type of charges anyway.
You want to ask?
Yeah, I only asked it because I was wondering if that's something they offer because of the size of our account for free. I mean, is that?
Well, yeah, this is a sizable account, so especially the ones that first one, um, and the third one, those ones that have the most money that keep the money rolling. You're probably not gonna get charged with that, but the one in the middle, which kind of stagnant.
Yeah, they'll probably charge for that one.
Yeah.
Okay, that's understood. Thank you.
So I have two questions and maybe Ms. Clay or Director I always draw a blank. Director Dennis could tell me the CDW government. Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, that's the computer.
yeah. CDW government is a vendor that IT uses a lot
Okay.
to purchase the hardware.
Okay. Awesome. Awesome. And then I see that we have a budgeted, let me see, let me find it. Leasing, I think it's called. It would be, let's see, it's gonna be the close to the back. Let me find it. Third, wait, fourth, wait a minute, let's see. No, it's not a check. This one is just about the here it is. It's I guess it's like the fourth from the back. It's the revenues and expenses. It says page 2 on there, 582 URA fund. Just have a question about the lease income amount, just trying to figure out where that number is coming from. Is that a guesstimate as to what? The 840,000.
The lease income.
That's the revenue, is the revenue expenses report. Mhm.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah, page 2,
Yeah.
miscellaneous revenue, lease income. Yeah, that is anticipation of want to make sure that I might need to do a little research to make sure I'm saying it correctly, but I think last year that was some on might be getting mixed with it.
So the lease income in your budget is projected based on what we currently have about the rent rolls from the park at Fort Day.
Oh, okay. Well, that's what I was wondering if that number came
It's
from,
projected.
and that's for the year. Okay, got you. Okay.
Yes, that's right, not the DDA.
No, that's just to project it
Projected.
revenue for upcoming, right? Upcoming. Through so it would be June through July.
Yes. No, July through June.
July through June, okay. Okay. Any other questions from the board? You all have any questions? Okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you.
All right, now we have old business. We have the review and approval of the expanded URA map.
Good afternoon.
Afternoon.
In your packet, I don't have my glasses on, so I can't see what page that is, but it looks like this. There it is. Thank you. Yeah, you left your glasses over there. But anyway, what you have before you, there are two slides. The first is the proposed URA boundary expansion. And then the second one, and this was done by TSW, TSW that is working with us on our catalytic site selection. And then the second is showing the proposed boundary expansion with the catalytic sites that we're discussing. What I want you to focus on is the first page, which is the proposed boundary expansion. What is in the red, or what is in the green is your current boundary. What is in red would be the expansion. And Ms. James, to answer your question, that does include the expansion does include the footprint of the Grapevine building. And so I'm going to pivot to Attorney Matricardi to explain to you what the process needs to be and the resolution that needs to happen.
So first, we'll need to draft a urban redevelopment plan, and that plan will describe the boundaries, and it will be submitted to the mayor and city council because the city council is the only one that can establish urban redevelopment areas. And then what they'll do is they'll adopt several different resolutions, and attached to that, and in the plan, they will be designating the URA as the agency to have control over these redevelopment projects. And so if you approve this, then we'll get started on the other documents.
So the board, you all can make a decision if you want to just go with the first boundary expansion, or go ahead and include the catalytic sites on the boundaries.
Correct.
They
Yes,
are
ma'am.
within, okay.
They just gave you another map that shows
okay,
the
gotcha.
pullout of the catalytic sites.
Oh, okay. I got my glasses on. Oh, okay, I just see it's got a B and an A and a, okay,
Mhm.
got you. I understand. Okay.
And you just got new glasses, so.
Right. Mhm. That's not recorded, is it? Just kidding. Okay, any questions from the board? Any comments? I'll just say that one of the reasons I wanted to include the Grapevine piece on there is so that we can kind of move forward with that project. Mhm. So it is,
The old Rite Aid building, so 833 Forest Parkway.
so it's that plaza there. We
Mhm.
actually, the city owns it now. Did we acquire where they, mhm.
Mhm.
What about the pizza place? Did we acquire that?
Yes, ma'am. We own that.
So we
The
hold-
DDA owns that entire shopping plaza.
Plaza. Mhm.
Mhm.
They just painted it. You talking about the outside? Yeah, they painted the outside, but now what we are trying to do is get the inside. Yeah, we're trying to get the inside, and we probably can send her
I can send you all that information, so.
the floor, the plans of what that's gonna be.
Mhm.
I don't know if you can explain,
Yeah, so the Grapevine, so far the exterior of the building has been painted. Signs have been resurfaced. The parking lot has been resurfaced. What am I missing else? It's been done to the outside. And the roof has been redone. So the next phase of this will be the interior renovation and retrofit of it. But at completion, the Grapevine will be a culinary incubator space. Are you familiar with the Krog City Market downtown? Similar to that. So when you come in, there will be a drive-through coffee shop. There will be a commercial ghost kitchen, so allowing home chefs, prep cooks to come in and do their cooks for the week in a licensed commercial grade kitchen instead of at their home, which is unlicensed and unregulated. There will also be a bar. There will be a little mini concert stage for programs, small musical presentations. There's also will be some flex space for office leasing as well as a small conference area for conference space. So it's really designed to be a community space to allow for meetings in more of an informal environment with food and libations. Oh, and there will also be 3 restaurant concepts within that space.
We have some renderings of it as.
Yes, ma'am, I can send those to you.
It's into you, so you'll get.
A lot of stuff going on in there. Is there enough parking spaces out there for all that?
I believe there is. It's still, as a Rite Aid, it's a fairly large footprint. Being able to maximize and use the existing drive-through as a drive-through coffee shop or some sort of drive-through, quick bite, quick drink facility would be fantastic. But I do believe that it does have plenty enough parking.
And I think they're gonna use the existing drugstore drive-through space for the yeah.
Correct.
Because I know those are expensive to build.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and it does not make sense to not use the space as it's already built out. But I most definitely can send you all of the concept drawings and renderings, and there's even a really cool video as well. So I'll send that to you.
So if you all want to go ahead and move forward with this, I will entertain a motion to approve the expansion of the URA boundary map.
So moved.
Okay, that was Mr. Lawrence, and second by Mr. Wilson. Any further discussions or comments? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Okay. Excuse me, new business. We have the vendor relocation of outdoor gun range.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Name is Talisa Adams, Procurement Manager for the City of Forest Park. And I worked with police on finding a vendor to come out and take care of the relocation of at the gun range, the dirt burn where they currently shoot at, because there's a contract that the URA has with a new developer that they're going to develop there soon. And so they want to have the dirt berm of where the location of where they're shooting at now to be relocated to the other side of the property and not facing where they're going to be developing. So in that contract that was written up, there was the developer paid for this to be completed. $150,000 was allocated for that. That's sitting in an escrow. And so police did come to me to work to try to find some vendors to come out and do that work, the relocation. And so we went through that process. We had 3 vendors that came out, and I believe you have the quote tabulations in your packet of what those pricings look like. I put a request for quote out. We had a mandatory site visit so they can come out and actually see the site. The scope of work typically consists of them cutting down and mulching several trees in the new location area and building up the dirt berm, and then taking the old existing dirt berm and relocating it over to build the barrier on the new side. And so the lowest bid that came in, or quote that came in, was from Vincent Landscaping and Lawn Maintenance. And they can do this service for $79,800. They are located in Hampton, which I believe is still Clayton County. So yes, sir. The second piece to it is once the dirt berm gets relocated, then Action Target is going to install 12 new rotating target shooting posts. And that will come with a 3-year warranty as well. And their quote is $92,493. So with both those quotes to get the project completed, the total came up to about $170,000. So it's $20,000 over what the developer has provided for this project. And so we're coming to the URA to request one approval to have the project started. The contract speaks specifically about trying to get it done fairly quickly. And so this is something we kind of about past that time frame. So we need to get moving on the project and get it started so we can satisfy the contract terms that the URA had put in place with the developer.
The question I have, the people that are doing the work, how are they vetted to, like, what's the standard for them to be able to complete the work properly? I mean, don't have any snafu. Like you
This
said, they were
company,
like a landscaping company, you said?
yes,
Is that
yes,
normally who does that kind of work?
yes.
Okay.
And we did do reference checks on the vendor and vetted them. And I do have that in here somewhere, but Russell has been around for several years. And they have their references was for similar projects that they have done before. They did a AT&T dirt haul for TCI All Services. That reference did give them a 10 in the overall service and completion of that project. It took them about 7 weeks to complete that. They did a dirt haul also for Publix for a company called S&L Contractors. That was about a week worth of work that they completed on time. And they also gave them a 10 out of 10. And the third one was rock, where they installed some rock for RL carriers. And they received an overall 9 out of a 10.
I've got two questions. What's going to be on the backside of the new berm? Wherever we're moving it to, what's on the backside of where we're shooting into?
It'll just be, I guess, once they relocate the dirt berm, it'll be cleared out unless some additional trees or something grow up. Because if you just went out there this past Saturday and did gun shooting for the city. And so a lot of trees and bushes and all of that has also overgrown over the dirt burn, the existing dirt burn. So that's part of their scope as well. They got to cut all of that down in order to get to the dirt burn and be able to relocate it over. But I'm assuming once they do that relocation, it's just going to be more of an open area. Like, yeah, within the gun range area.
I'm sure the police chief has looked at all this. Does he get everything he wanted in the relocation?
Yes,
He's completely satisfied with it?
yes.
Okay, that's good. I don't know.
It's right behind, right over by the Kroger, off of Anvil Block in Fort Gillum.
So if you all recall, and I know Ms. Carter, you wasn't here yet, but we're gonna bring you up to speed. If you all recall the TPA, is it TPA? TPA that purchased the entire land in that area, in the gun range right there. They were the group that wanted it kind of turned around. Yeah. Yeah. So remember what we thought was gonna go there, but we don't know what's gonna be there now. So hopefully, once we turn it around, whatever comes, whatever they're gonna bring to that place will be something nice. Um. Mhm.
No.
No buildings yet. I mean, in the. No. Right, that's why they wanted to turn it around. So, okay. So I would be, I guess it wouldn't be nice to go back and say, can you give us $20 more thousand dollars with it?
I know he was like.
You know me. Okay. I
Well,
mean,
the contract do stipulates that if it is over the 150, that it would be on the URA or the city too. Yes, that is covered in the contract.
all right, I won't be, okay. All right, so if we can entertain a motion to go ahead and move forward with this, All right, that was Mr. Wilson, second by Dr. Patrick. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye. All right, next item on the agenda is the common area landscape contract.
Evening, everyone. Good evening.
Good evening.
I will fill in for Ms. Dennis as she had to catch a phone call. So in your package, you will have the Brightview landscaping contract as well as the amendment. So it's page 32 is the amendment to the contract, and the contract that we signed last year was on an auto renew for this year. And what they did, because we're a value customer, they charged us the same amount that they charged us last year for the full contract without a 10% increase. Because that's their normal standard, to increase it a percentage every year. If someone wants to auto renew, but they decided to keep ours flat as the same amount that we paid last year.
Now, is this still in conjunction with what they do already for the POA?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay, so the POA has their part in this too?
Mhm.
How much is they pay? Just kidding.
Now that I don't know,
That's
but
what
I
we
can do
don't
some
know.
digging and find out. But I will say that we have been extraordinarily pleased.
Mhm.
Brightview, they have been extraordinarily responsive. They've even done some, someone dumped a mattress, out there, and
Mhm.
like, can y'all go pick that up? He was like, normally we don't, but for you, yes, we will.
Oh,
So
okay.
we appreciate that, with the amendment that they were able to keep our pricing flat instead of the 10% that our contract does stipulate.
Okay.
Just said it's let everybody know what POA is.
Oh, okay. So POA is the Property Owners Association. I know we use all these acronyms. Is a Property Owners Association. It's a part of the Gillum Logistics Center. And they charge their um tenants a certain fee that they pay monthly that goes into this pot. And one of the things that they had on there was a contract to keep the grounds, the common grounds clean and grassed up or what have you. And so since the URA owned the piece that was not a part of the POA or the association landmark or whatever you call it, lines, we had to try to find our own person to contract. And so it was suggested to us that we use the same vendors that they use so when they cut theirs, they'll be cutting ours at the same time. So I'm just curious to see how much the POA is actually paying. So it's isn't a nonprofit organization, so it should be public. It's public stuff, right? Not necessarily. Okay. 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 Yes. So we gotta get a person to sit on that board. Oh, you interested? Sit on the board and on behalf of the city? I'm sorry. I won't put you on the spot. Yeah, we'll have it at a different conversation. Right. Okay, so what's the pleasure of the board? You all want to go ahead and approve this amendment? All right, make a motion.
Move we approve this amendment.
All right,
Landscape contract.
all right, you got that? That was Mr. Wilson, Mr. Lawrence and Mr. Wilson. Any further discussion? All in favor? Aye.
Alrighty, thank you, everyone. And I do have the documents with the amendment that Ms. James will need to execute.
Okay.
Thank you.
Got you, thank you.
very much.
We have the economic development update. And wow, we're gonna get out of here early. We ain't got no executive session. do we? Oh, yes. Early. Wow, okay. All right, thank you.
Goes through this pretty quickly because y'all know that we are a mighty busy department. So, couple of things for our Main Street update. Our upcoming events. So we have our Up Early on Main, which is our Saturday morning yoga series, which will be coming back next Saturday morning, August 23rd at the Fountain on Main. We'll do it again on September 20th. And then we will also bring back our longest table event in partnership with the Council Aid Office at Bill Lee Park on October 5th. Blues on Main, you've got copies of all of this in your packet, and we're working to get it up on the screen. Blues on Main will be back on Friday, October the 10th. We have an absolutely fantastic, and my mic just died, absolutely fantastic lineup for you this year. We have secured our first sponsor for the event. So the Clayton County Office of Tourism has come in as a sponsor for the event, which is fantastic. Our ticket and table sales will launch next week. The event is free to the general public. However, to be in the VIP area up close and personal to the stage with your own dedicated bar and own dedicated food, tables are $350 for a table of 8, and then we have sponsorships that go all the way up to $5,000. And then we will close out our season with our Pottoberfest, which is literally kind of what it sounds like. It's pets in Halloween costumes and a whole little parade with treats at the fountain on a Saturday morning in October. We are inching ever closer to all of this stuff. Our branded collateral is almost done. We've got some more things that are coming. Light pole banners, I think we are almost done with everything that we need to do in terms of sizing, because as you can imagine, there are a lot of light pole banners here in the city, and they're all coming down, which meant that Public Works had to go and measure all of them, and not all of them are the same size. So now that we've worked through that, we should be able to get them into production soon. We are hoping that by after Labor Day, you will see the new banners going up in the city. And then our Boxes and Blooms Public Art Series will be coming. We're looking to launch that in October. And then there is a Main Street sign that I'm determined. Nigel and I had a conversation about this morning. Will be coming up very, very soon. There's some of the collateral for our upcoming events. Eventbrite is up and live on all of them, and you will get full calendar invite and details. We just ask that you continue to like and share everything. Economic development update. We have a tremendous amount of momentum going on in our department. Our next business association is on September the 10th. We've done the approach that we're doing themes for each of our quarterly breakfast meetings. This one will be all about marketing and branding for small businesses. Javon Anthony Lloyd, who is our public information officer here with the city, is going to be one of our guest speakers, as well as LeVar Norsworthy, who has done a tremendous amount of branding for the city. So all of the logos and color palettes and everything that you see is Mr. LeVar. So we're excited to have both of them come and present to our community. Business retention and engagement. So Russell Landscape, that you heard Ms. Talisa Adams talk about recently, is still working through with them. They are looking for a second location, second headquarters location. They very much wanted to be in Forest Park. We very much wanted to be in Forest Park, and inching ever closer to kind of finding the right property for them at the right price point. We've identified 3 or 4, 2 of which are still in contention, but now there's another one that they're looking at as well. And keeping our fingers crossed that within the next 30 days, because they are eager to move and close on something soon. Maker's Studio, as I talked about, I believe last month, they do they're container homes, but more container commercial spaces, so restaurants, and just absolutely cool. They're currently headquartered in East Point. They're not happy with their lease or their location. We're trying to find them something here in Forest Park. One of the owners is originally from Forest Park. There are some space considerations of what they need, and just given the size and footprint of what they need, we're limited. There are only certain areas within our community for zoning purposes of where they can go. But they are looking to purchase. So they are working now currently with a realtor. So hopefully we can have some good news with them coming soon. We're also working through, again, some additional business retention visits as well as ribbon cuttings. Shay Antone, am I saying that right? Shay Antone Designs. We are scheduled to do this ribbon cutting for her new business on the 22nd. She's down Jonesboro Road next to Ray's Barbecue. That date may move, but as soon as we land on the date, hopefully we're waiting to hear back from her. So we will let you know when that ribbon cutting will happen. This morning, we had an absolutely fantastic time in the city of Forest Park. We hosted our joint job fair in partnership with Councilman Wells and in the gym. We had 22 employers on site. We sold out of our Eventbrite, capped out at 400 people. We sold out. When we opened the doors at 10 o'clock this morning, there was a line from the front of the gym that extended all the way around the parking lot out to the street back by the tennis court. I literally got choked up. I was like, oh my God, oh my God. It was absolutely fantastic. Elevate, our partners, our workforce development partners here with the city were also there this morning. It was an absolutely fantastic day. I think it far exceeded everybody's expectations. Just lots of tremendous feedback from the community that showed up. Yes, sir. So we had, I don't have my list. At this point, I think I can do it from memory now. So we had, of course, all of the Forest Park folk, but we also had, in no particular order, Atlanta Police Department was there, the Fulton County Sheriff's Office, Chick-fil-A, Standard Fiber, Georgian Army National Guard, Clayton County Water Authority, Waste Management, going down my list. Lingo Staffing, Partners Personnel, and Labor Finders of Forest Park, Georgia Power was there. Their table was hopping all day. I mean, there was a line like 20 deep all day getting to the Georgia Power folk. Mm-hmm. We had an Applegate Academy, which is a small Clayton County Community Services Agency was there that also does the Head Start program here in our community. Public Works, Fire, PD, HR, code compliance.
When's the next scheduled one?
Working on it.
Okay.
So as we all just stood there in awe at the response that we had, and also to just the quality of employers, because that was the constant feedback from people of like, wow, these are like real employers with like real jobs and people we know. We're looking at doing it again, probably in the early winter, so January, February, sometime after the first of the year, once everything settles back down. So I think, because my understanding is before HR did that one, PD did one, everybody kind of did this separate thing. And I, silly me, asked the question. I was like, well, why don't we do and then somehow that landed in my lap. But it went well. It was extraordinarily well received. I think it was just a better way of doing it as a comprehensive event. So.
Exciting. What about MARTA?
Oh, and MARTA. Yes, MARTA was there. Yep, that was the other big one. Because trust me, we worked hard to get MARTA there. So
Did
they
the people
had-
that show up, prospective employees, were they all well dressed with resumes and everything?
Yeah.
Were they
for
prepared?
the most part. Now, I will say the first hour or two, kind of the early shift of people that showed up, I felt were ready. I mean, showed up, portfolios, resumes in hand, very focused on, finding a job. And then we had kind of the slightly later in the day crowd, a little bit more casual.
Age, a lot of old folks, a lot of young folks, or mix?
Mix in between. I would say it was a really, really good mix. Yeah.
Exciting.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep.
Say again, who was?
Oh,
I said there was honestly a mix of both. I mean, just of all age range. I saw a lot of people who were in my demographic, even younger than me, like college students. But then I also saw people in you guys' demographic who were looking for that second phase of life or internships and things like that, or volunteer opportunities. And we did have the voting people were
yes, we did have a nonprofit organization there that was doing voter registration as well.
so there was just a lot of resources in one room.
And we had good music. We had really good music. So it was a great event. But we are looking at doing it again, probably January, February. And we'll see how it goes. And my working proposal at this time is that we do this at least twice a year. And then we'll reevaluate after if we want to do it more frequently. Yeah, but it was great. The park at Fort Gillem, you should have the monthly progress report for July that was sent to you. If not, we will resend it again. We have a meeting with Partnership for Southern Equity next week. And again, as always, we'll send the updates over to you. We do have our next scheduled transition call, if you will, with the property brothers or the current property manager. So I will keep you up to date as to how that goes. But baby steps, getting better. Couple of quick upcoming engagements. So Ms. Clay and I attended yesterday at the invite of Georgia Power, the Create Entrepreneurship Summit in Macon, Georgia. And it actually hit at the perfect time because we have been discussing a lot how we do a true entrepreneurship incubator type program here in the city and what that looks like. And is there an opportunity to do a pop-up shop? Because what we realize is that we have a lot of small businesses that don't have the bandwidth, the resources, or really just the capability of moving into a full-term lease, but could benefit from a short-term lease of you can have this space for 2 months and kind of build the groundwork, test out the kinks, et cetera, et cetera. So excited about some of the information and the resources that were shared yesterday and being able to put them to use here in our community.
Are we doing anything to prepare our local folks for a job fair, help them create a resume and talk about what to do?
So Elevate, Rano, do you want? I'm gonna stop talking and I'm gonna let Mr. Rano Tucker talk a little bit about our Elevate program and exactly some of the resources that they provide, because that piece is exactly what this program does for our community. It's really not just find me a job. And as I tell people all the time, Elevate is we're not a temp agency. That's not what it is. It's meeting you where you are and addressing the skill gaps to move you to a place of true permanency. So I'm gonna turn it over to Mr. Rano for a minute.
Good afternoon. Again, my name is Ronald Tucker with the Elevate program, and I work for Atlanta Center for Self-Sufficiency. Now, regarding your questions, there are 3 functions that we provide: career services, training programs, and digital literacy. With the career services program, we assist with resume writing, assist with how to prepare for an interview and how to perform an interview using the STAR program. That's the situation, task, action, results, in terms of answering the questions of an interview. So with our training programs, we've partnered with Atlanta Technical College and Clayton State University with their adult learning programs to assist those who wish to go to obtain their CDL licenses, forklift licenses, and things of that nature regarding warehouse or even information technology regarding Cisco systems, obtaining a certification for Cisco systems, for A+ certifications and things of that nature. So there are 4 main focuses that we, in terms of training, that we focus on, which is information technology, construction, healthcare, and culinary. So those are the 4 main programs that we try to forward our participants into. If they wish to obtain another certification, then we try to obtain funding through our WIOA program and to obtain funding so that they do not have to come out of their pockets. All of our programs are free and available to most notably the citizens of Fortis Park, but anyone in the metropolitan area. Our last program, which is the digital literacy, we help our constituents or customers with the North Star Digital Literacy Program. And again, that is a free service that is provided to the citizens of Forest Park in a metropolitan area. That will help citizens learn basic computer skills, learning how to use the Microsoft products of Word, PowerPoint, Excel, Google Docs, and things of that nature. So those are the 3 main areas in which we prepare citizens of Forest Park to obtain a job, maintain a job, and thrive in the workplace. Your question, sir?
Well, and this is not a question, just a comment. I want to show my appreciation because I don't know if everybody knows, in the IT space, I'm an IT professional, but if you want to get, say you want to get cybersecurity certification, that certification I think starts probably around $500 or $600. So that's money you would have to pay, if you want to, and several other like A plus, whatever. All these certifications, they're not free. So it's just yeah. So I appreciate you saying that.
And just this cybersecurity alone, you start at A plus, but then you go to Net Plus, Security Plus, CCNA, things of that nature. So that's 4 certifications right there. Easily can go over $5,000, easily. So some of these certifications, we start them off free, especially the A plus certification, because that's the most basic foundation in terms of starting into the IT field. Yes, sir.
So you're saying that a young person can come in and get Cisco certification without paying anything?
Yeah, that is correct. We try to forward them through the WIOA program or Workforce
But- but
Initiative Opportunity Act. And then if we can't find funding through that program, we can try to find funding somewhere else, either through another nonprofit or through some sort of governmental agency.
It's expensive,
Yes, sir, it is.
but it's well worth it.
Absolutely.
Our program's great too. I know Coca-Cola uses that.
Correct. Most of the top 100 corporations, they start with the STAR program. Yes, sir.
Impressive.
We gotta get the word out, y'all.
Yes, we do.
We gotta get folks to go there. Yeah. Right over there.
So again, we are 819 Forest Parkway, and our orientations are on Tuesdays at 1 p.m. So we've reached at least 80 people today in terms of speaking with them regarding our program. So our next step is to send out emails and call them to tell them to come to the office.
We
Thank
include the
you.
high school with anything?
Not currently, but we do have high school programs, internships available through our main office at ACSS off of Joseph Eli Boulevard. Those are mostly during the summer. So since the summer has passed and school is back up, we are hoping to pick that up next summer.
We'll work on some. Because we have our CTA program. So,
We had CPA. It wasn't at the level that he's talking.
right.
And we also partner with the City of Atlanta to start internships with their departments. So perhaps we can start something with the City of Forest Park to have internships to create a pipeline for employment for young people to come into the City of Forest Park. So if there's any other questions, no, well, have a great day.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you.
Thank you, thank you. See, he did that way better than I could have. Huh? All right. I'm gonna skip through all this. So all of this stuff is still pending. Nothing really is moved. But I do want to talk about real quick Matthews International. So I think when I was last here, I talked about this is the warehouse automation company that is expanding into, it's a new business, existing company, but this is a new business under their portfolio. They have specifically chosen Forest Park. They are in the final phase of signing their lease at 1500 South Point over there, the Prologis back there behind the Wendy's. Sharice and I went out and visited with them last week before last. It is an absolutely massive building that they have. Super impressed with everything that they're doing. When we initially talked, it was going to be 20 to 25 engineering jobs with a starting salary of about 100 to 130,000. Where they are right now at full capacity, it will be more like 50 engineering jobs at 100 to 130,000. So we have, as a city, have done everything. We have, sent our letter of support. We have talked with their financing team. We have engaged them with multiple community partners and plugged them in with all of the resources, including Elevate, of what they're going to need once they get here to help them find these and fill these jobs. They are out, Matthews International is out of Pittsburgh. I think they're initially out of Pittsburgh, but there's also an Ohio component because there are multiple companies under them. So there is part of their company is caskets. And the other side, the Matthews International side, is more warehousing. So they are relocating the warehouse piece here, but this warehouse automation is a new component, a new business for them that will come here. And with the warehouse automation piece, there's this, the only way I can describe it is there's big giant robot arm. That's how it makes sense in my brain anyway. And but the technology that they're bringing, this actual automation thing that they're bringing, is they will be the only one of that particular thing in the United States. And to be able to have that here in the city of Forest Park is quite amazing. So so we're very excited, and hopefully by next month I can tell you that they have closed the deal, it is done, and tell you when we're going to do their grand ribbon cutting. And I don't think anything else. We do have, there's lots of movement and interest, particularly in the downtown Main Street area. We do have a couple of different proposals that we are looking at. One development team that we're meeting with next week around a mixed-use development that they're bringing, looking to bring to downtown Main Street, specifically the area on College and Main immediately around the fountain. So I think that is it. Are there any questions? Nope. All right. You're very welcome.
Well, we are at the, I think I'm done with this, Ms. Clay, I believe. We're at the end, and so I want to let you all know that our city manager resigned, in case you all don't know.
Yeah.
So.
I was supposed to be there and it
I-
popped up the night.
So we are, but rest assured, we're fine. Monday at our council meeting, we will, let you all know who we are choosing as our interim, city manager. But our city manager has agreed to, work with our interim for about 6 months.
Great.
If, if she has, or he or she, I almost gave it away, have any questions about, anything, projects or anything that we're working on. So we're still good. We're good. We have some great directors. We got great leadership in place. So we're gonna be fine. So with that said, any other questions or comments? Thank you all for coming, and meeting adjourned.